Well, hey, man, welcome to the Health or High Water podcast, Brendon. How's it going today, man?
Man, thanks for having me.
Good. Well, guys, we got a special episode here today. We are obviously outside in beautiful Ocean Isle Beach, North Carolina. It's a lot better of a day than I thought it was going to be weather-wise.
Yes.
We got to have this out here. It's cool because Brendon actually works at the gym I go to right down the road, and we have a unique opportunity today to speak to you guys and talk some spiritual health, talk about both of our journeys, especially as men, and we're excited to share today's, well, that'll be Monday for you guys, but share this unique special episode with you guys. So let's dive in. So what got you, just because we're both health nuts and everything like that, man, what got you into working out so much?
Oh, man, I would say because just growing up real skinny,
Yeah.
short, kind of like a late bloomer and stuff. Started around 15 years old.
Okay.
But the thing is, I didn't have a gym membership. So I would just like do at home stuff. I think that's how most people start the discipline aspect of it. So I was doing that. I'd go to a park. I lived on Holden Beach.
Okay.
It isn't far from here.
It's a beautiful place up there.
Yeah, and they had pull-up bars, dip bars, all that. I would just go out there during the summer. I got the discipline going there. I didn't really get any bigger, but I just was like, oh shoot. Okay.
Well, you got to learn the basics before you jump into anything advanced.
Mm-hmm.
So then when did you start working at Better Built?
Oh man. So funny story. I think it was like 23, so maybe about 2.5, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I worked there one time for like 6 months, and I was like 18 years old.
Okay.
21 now.
Okay.
And then I kind of departed, did some other things, worked at a restaurant, did some landscaping, and then I made my way back, and now I've been there since May. So however many months that is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nice. So Brendon and I immediately kind of clicked when I moved back here from Denver, especially on a spiritual factor. And Brendon's starting this whole journey of starting his own brand, of being a spiritual speaker, motivating people through the power of God and Christ. What got you on your path to God and spiritual health? Because obviously you're being super healthy physically, but what made you take your spiritual health seriously?
Man, so growing up, I heard about Jesus. I heard about Christianity. My parents said like, yeah, we're Christians, yada yada, but like I didn't see the fruits of that. I didn't understand. It was a domestic household, chaotic stuff like that. Went to church like once in a blue moon, maybe on Easter, or something, or Christmas, and I was just curious. I got curious seeing that. But make a long story short, I ran into one of my good friends. His name's Nick Wilson. Shout out to him. I was at Dozier's, the first gym I went to in Holden Beach. I was 16. Me and my buddy, we wanted to get in shape. We wanted to make a change. We didn't want to be insecure anymore. Mm-hmm. So we were there, and it was like 4 a.m, dude. And I run into Nick, not knowing him at the time. And he's like, hey, man, like, I do powerlifting and stuff. Like, you want to, like, get into that. Like, it'll get you strong and big. And I'm like, oh. Like, I could change, like, get strong, bench. Okay, let's do it. He's like, all right, man, here's my number. I didn't drive at the time. I'm just a kid. He's like, hey, I'll pick you up 5 a.m. tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, shoot. I go
5 a.m., yeah.
I go ask my mom. I'm like, Mom, like, you think that's all right? And she's like, yeah, it's fine. She doesn't know the guy either. But he picks me up. We go to the gym. Long story short, we're training. Then he has a home gym as well. Garage, full powerlifting stuff. He's like, hey, come over one morning on a Sunday. We'll squat, bench, deadlift, and then we'll go to church after.
Okay.
Okay, So I go lift with him and stuff, and we go to church. And I'm in church, and I literally feel like, what are these people, like, how are these people, like, praising? Like, why are their hands up? Why are they, like, shouting amen? Like, what is this that they're feeling, Like, what do I have to do to earn it?
Sure.
Like, surely there's something, like, I have to be qualified, right? And then, like, he just ministered to me that it's not, you don't have to be good enough. It's a gift that's freely given, our salvation through Jesus Christ on Calvary. The price he paid for was for everyone. The lowest of the lows, the poorest of the poor. It doesn't matter your status or anything. So I just watching him and seeing how he loved me like Christ loved us. Yeah. Beating his addiction. He was a heroin addict, full blown, like went to rehab, failed again and again. And he testifies that Christ was the only way he was able to overcome that drug addiction.
Right.
And I'm just like, wow, like Jesus can do it for you?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, man. So I went on to accept Christ, found found a church of my own, and it's been about, I'd say about 4.5, 5 years I've been saved, born again Christian.
What church you going to now?
Mount Olive Baptist Church.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of us listeners out there that are in different countries and those kind of things. So we're in a we're kind of, was it Blackbeard?
Yeah, exactly.
We're in Blackbeard territory.
That's true.
But there's a lot of churches in our area, like a ton.
Yes.
So that's why I wanted to
It's the Bible Belt.
for real, for real. So obviously healing has been and health. And it doesn't matter if it's physical health or mental or spiritual health has been very big for you, right?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Has that been hard fitting those different pieces together, and like, do they get in the way sometimes?
Oh yeah, all the time. Like I can get caught up in the vanity of lifting, like looking in the mirror. I want to be this big. I want to be this strong. I can lose sight of what it's done for my mental health, what I should do to honor this body. Like they all coexist, but then at the same time, if one's off, it can disrupt everything. Like there's people who abuse steroids for the simple fact of that's their only focus, is the vain appearance of things, to fill the void of the mental health, the spiritual health. So it's, you put all your eggs in one basket,
right,
you're left empty every time. It's vice versa. If I'm putting all my eggs into my spiritual health, reading the Bible, being a scholar, being a disciple, witnessing, but then I neglect my health is poor, I'm eating bad foods, I'm not training, I look like a slop.
Yeah.
I don't brush my teeth. You know, all these things. And I'm over here trying to witness to people. It's like, he doesn't look like a very strong person. So it just really goes into this amazing effect of inside out. And that's a beautiful creation of us made in God's image. Is that everything we need, we already have. And when it's about bringing it out of yourself, it's about enhancing what you've been given. A lot of people are complaining about what they've been given, the cards dealt. But the fact that we are breathing and alive today, we have a thought process to think and understand, and moving limbs, eyes, ears. It's like, make something out of that.
Well, what I love about that is one of the big things that I take myself as a Christian is understanding gratitude.
Yes.
Prospectively speaking, right? Like, a good example, I was living that life of vanity of like lifting to go to the gym, probably taking supplements I shouldn't be taking, just trying to get as big as humanly possible because I thought that's how I was going to be loved.
Yeah.
Right? Like, hey, listen, this is where all the likes come from. This is where all that blah, 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 blah comes from. And I always found myself empty. Yeah, without a doubt. You know, I'd try to meditate and do my thing, but I always felt empty, sad, depressed. I mean, you name it, and I couldn't put my finger on it at all till I came back to God.
Amen.
You know, and that's you know, this is gonna be like an open apology to especially people in my 20s. I'm so sorry. Like I was,
right?
I was, and looking back, I was just such like a narrowly perspective person, right? I'm not gonna call myself a bad person. I just like. I'm sorry for the things I did, don't get me wrong, but I was just narrowly perspective because it was all about me. And when you start getting rid of the I, and you start working on the we, you start to learn how to love, right? Like that's where real love comes from. That's why I respected you so much, is because you are all, love comes from willing to learn. And you were always always up asking questions, always doing. So hey, what you think about this? And we have to be willing to understand other people's perspectives. Oh,
without a doubt.
To learn to love, because that's where we can love ourselves. Is at the end of the day, be like, you know what? Like for me, I went out, taught some seniors how to punch, made them smile. Like I get to go to bed super accomplished because I worked that day, and I get to get back to my community. And I know that's rare, is finding a job like that. And those kind of things. Blessing. And I'm super blessed to have that. But I would not have that if I didn't really give my life to God and understand perspective, because those seniors, a lot of them can't leave where they're at memory care.
Oh yeah.
Right? They're there. That's their life now. You know, and that's not taking care, you know, some of them did not take care of themselves the right way. Right? So that's you know, a long-winded summary right of all this is it takes all those little aspects of fitting them together. Right? Hey, listen, I got to take care of my mental health. How does that look? Well, I got to make sure my spiritual health is on check to my mental health. Well, to make sure my spiritual health is on check, I got to make sure my physical health is on check. And like I said, they all collide, right?
Yeah.
They collide a lot.
Wow, beautifully said. Yeah.
You know, because there's times like, oh, I got to get to the gym. It's like, well, no, you got to read your Bible first.
Yeah.
Right?
Come
Well,
on.
we got to get to the gym. We got to do some breath work. You're a little anxious here. All these things coincide, and like a lot of us use life as an excuse to not do one of those three things.
Yeah.
Right? But you push all the time to get to that point. And this is what I want to transition to here is for everyone listening is Brendon's going on this road of starting his own brand, being a spiritual speaker, and that's not just at one designated church or a community, but speaking to people through this lens of multispectral health, right? So obviously you got to be on a pretty strict routine.
Yeah.
And you are, right? You lift all the time. You're religious about going to church.
Mm-hmm.
How's that balancing everything? Because you also just got finished with college, right?
Yeah, I did actually.
How'd you balance all that? What does that look like?
Yeah. So that was a bit challenging.
Yeah.
And I'm not fully polished by any means, you know what I mean? So I'm constantly readjusting. Going into this new year has given me time to reflect. Nothing magical happened, but I look back and I reevaluated.
Yeah.
I'm making adjustments. But I was just doing online school because I moved out my mom's house. 2025 was very action-packed.
Yeah.
Highs and lows like every year. But I learned how to believe that it's possible because that thing in my mind constantly would pop up and say, like, you got too much going on. Like, let go of that. Neglect that. And that's just lies and stress and doubt and uncomfortable. Like, sharpening takes forging, you know? Like, it takes that uncomfortable situation to produce growth. So I learned how to look at adversity and a busy schedule as a blessing and God's way of saying, here, like, let's harvest. Let's get the harvest ready.
Right.
Let's mature. Let's grow. So I balanced my schedule out where I could make it happen in 24 hours, and I learned how to appreciate all that's on my plate. I graduated community college. I got an associate in arts, which I'm not even too ecstatic about, but the thing is, I furthered my education. I did something that nobody was forcing me to do. I chose to, and I finished what I started. Because halfway through, I was like, I'm dropping out. This is pointless.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. And then I was like, who would I be to not finishing what I start? That's creating bad habits.
Yep.
That's creating, in my mind, that it's okay to leave something when it's not working. Okay, this ain't working. I quit. What am I going to do 5 years from now? You know, if I'm in a situation similar to that, and I'm just like, okay, let's drop out. Let's do this. But to make a long story short, I focus on my priorities.
Yeah.
And I make them first. And then all the other things, the finer things of life, the fun, the whatever it is, they'll follow suit. But in the Bible, in Matthew, it tells us, seek the kingdom first and his righteousness, and all else should be added unto you. So we should put God first, thank him for everything we have, be obedient to his word, honor our bodies, honor the ones around us, and the things that flow throughout that, they're tangible, they're there, he provides.
100%. I got a quick word from our sponsor from Geneplanet Genetic Testing Company. I've been working with them for about 4 years now. I've been working with several different genetic testing companies, but I'll tell you what, Geneplanet is definitely it because we do whole genome sequencing, which means that we do the entirety of the whole human genome. We figure out something new, like let's say your propensity for a long thumb. We'll automatically update your genetic portfolio. We'll automatically update your profile, and you guys get updated information as it comes to you. So this is really cool technology that we're able to understand the human genome and apply it directly to wellness profiles. So if you guys are looking to fine-tune your health and wellness programs, go to geneplanet.com, go to premium test, and code APT. That's code APT for 30% off test. APT for 30% off, and I'll give you guys a free genetic consult if you guys purchase by February 21st. So let's actually talk about that for a second. The reason I'm so impressed is how young you are going into especially the spiritual journey of that. When I was your age, I was a hooligan. Straight up hooligan. We even joke about it in class. Like most of my parents' college money went to buying kegs.
Yeah.
It was, but I think I'm just really impressed with your conviction about, turning the spiritual leaf and those kind of things, and how hard it is at your age with all these different, I don't call it distractions, as going out, doing partying and video games, and I game. Don't get me wrong, like I still do that kind of stuff. There's, like you said, there's a time and place
Exactly.
for all these kind of things. I'm just very impressed with your maturity in that spiritual growth and wanting to go, because it does take, not just New Year's, but looking back on our lives almost daily.
Oh yeah.
What can I do better tomorrow?
Without a
What can I do to better tomorrow? So, with that being said, with 2026, what is your ideal year going to look like for you? Are you because you're launching this brand, your YouTube channel's starting to blow up a little bit.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's pretty cool. So what is a smashing hit 2026 look for you?
Oh yeah, I'd say staying healthy.
Yeah.
Staying healthy, like staying fit, staying in shape, growing in my faith without a doubt, learning to understand the purpose that God has placed inside of me, because I think that's what we're all searching for, is what has already been placed inside of me that I need to bring out.
Right.
Because there's nothing, I'm not special. I'm every one of us here on earth were created in God's image.
Yeah.
It's not like He created me above anybody else or below anybody else. So it's like, God, what have you placed in me that needs to be shared with the world to honor you and glorify you? And I'd say I kind of want to move out this place that we're at. I want to move out the hometown.
Okay.
I want to take a leap of faith. I want to spread my wings. My lease runs out in September. So moving forward, I got to grow my financial situation.
Right.
I got to make more connections. I'm really praying that God allows my YouTube, social medias, and opportunities to flourish in that way, so I can say, hey, I get a phone call, hey man, we want you to move out here and do this for us. We want you to speak here. We want you to travel around here, share the gospel here, do a men's conference. And I just really pray that God matures me throughout this year, like a night and day situation, just radical changes through my obedience. And that I can look back and tell the people from my hometown, I can say, hey, you can do whatever you dream to do. That vision that God placed inside of you is possible. Because I know we see it on social media time and time again. We're like, man, they got it made. Oh, I don't know, they're lucky, but no, like God placed something inside of you, and if we listen to it, it has no other choice but to flourish. So my dream is to spread my wings and just take that leap of faith and let it speak for itself.
What's the dream city to go to?
Man, I want to live somewhere large, not in the sense of like New York City or anything. Maybe like Houston, Austin, Texas. Yeah, probably Texas is
Texas,
always.
right?
Yeah, I don't know, because there's a lot of excitement around there. There's
Sure.
a lot of fun. I'm into like cars and motorcycles as well. There's a lot of like of that going around, car shows and meetups and stuff, and just a ton of people to witness to, and especially with like what's going on in America. There's so much going on, so many people that need help, so many people that need to hear the gospel. I want God to place me exactly where He wants me. So wherever that opportunity that comes to mind is, I just got to be obedient, just like Jonah. God told Jonah to go to Nineveh.
Yeah.
And he tried to ignore it time and time again, like got on a boat to avoid it and everything, and
Still wound up there, didn't he?
Yeah. So it's like, as men, and women as well, but as men, I'll speak for men, we're built to suffer in the sense of dying to ourselves to give back. Because if I just rely my life solely on what I want and what I feel and what I need and yada yada, I'm not going to help anybody. I'm going to be self-absorbed. I'm not going to give back anything. It's going to be a pitiful life. So we're meant to suffer and feel the resistance of this world that breeds complacency.
Well, that's a really good point. I'll probably close out on this this thought here. Is pain is a part of life.
Yeah.
And if there's one thing that weightlifting has taught me, is that it's use it or it uses you.
Yeah.
Right? That's pain. It doesn't matter if it's mental pain, physical pain. you choose your pain, right? You, like, every
Yeah,
single day.
I love that.
If you don't go to the gym, you don't pray, you don't take your mental health seriously, it starts to use you, right? So on that note, for everyone listening, make sure you guys are disciplined. Like, there's a reason that 85% of diet plans fail because they plan on a diet. Just make a lifestyle change. If you feel like a complete empty hole in you that you can't seem to fill with, no matter how many times you drink, how much sex that you have, no matter, whatever, right? Whatever you're filling your life with, try God.
Yeah.
Try
God.
You remember those old Got Milk commercials? Got God?
Yeah.
Because listen, your life is pain, and that the pain is there for us to use, not for us to just dump and then let it control us. It's a huge thing, and Brendon's here, been fighting, got his college degree, working on these next steps in his life, and he's been through adversity of pain, all through and through. So that's a testament to him as a young man, getting out to this really struggling world that's full of I'd call it evil out there. But taking those right steps. So, man, thank you so much for coming on the Health and High Water podcast.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, man.
No worries.
Pleasure.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Also, don't forget, if you guys are looking for a healthy snack alternative, we're also sponsored by Bierski Beef Sticks. These are a great healthy alternative to all these processed foods that are out there. I think even the packaging is made out of beef.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So it's all 100% cow, all 100% good. So if you guys go to Bierski Beef Sticks, search that on Google and enter code HOHW. Sorry if I can't even spell my own podcast's name for a second. I had a brain fart. You'll get 15% off your order of beef sticks. So guys, thank you so much for joining us in this really special episode of Health or High Water on this amazing day. Thanks for coming by, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, until next time. Peace.